Good afternoon, and welcome to EDAD 610, Instructional Leadership. My name is Dr. Teresa Pedersen, and I am a new full-time faculty member in both the online graduate programs and the undergraduate program at Northwestern College. I earned my doctorate in educational leadership from Liberty University, and I have been working in Germany for the Department of Defense Education Activity. I am a special education teacher at an elementary school. I'm also the department chair for special education, as well as a teacher leader. In fact, I am moving from Germany to Orange City, Iowa this week. So I would appreciate your prayers as we have this huge transition in our family. In my 21 years of education, I have worked as a pre-K to 12 special educator, a grade 5 classroom teacher, an instructional coach, a school principal, a community college instructor, and a teacher in residence at a college in Illinois. My husband is a civilian psychologist for the Army, which he has been doing for 13 years. Prior to that, he was working as in the Army, and he retired from the Army after 20 years of service. Our daughter Grace is going to be a freshman at George Washington University in Washington, D.C., and she is going to study international relations and government. So I just want to walk you through the things that you need to be aware of for this week. First of all, the due dates. So your due dates are going to be always on Sunday at 11:59, which would be July 5th. And if you can keep to that deadline, that would be great because it'll keep you on track for the whole course. However, because of the holiday on July 4th, I would like to go ahead and offer you an extension. So all assignments must be in by July 6th at 11:59, and there will be no penalty for those late assignments. However, the discussion board, the introduction discussion board, still please make sure that you get your post in by Wednesday. I think about a third to a half of you have already done that. But get that post in by Wednesday as you're required, and then it will give people more time to do their responses. Once you're inside the Blackboard course, you're going to start under the Course Information tab. And there you're going to find the syllabus and a roadmap. And you've already found that because that's where you're going to be able to find this video as well. I will always post the video as an announcement each week, Monday Central Standard Time by 5 p.m. So it'll come in anytime in there. Once I'm back in the States, I'm going to try to do it earlier in the day. Then you will be completing assignments that are found under the content section, and you are going to be focusing on Module 1, Role of the School Principal. You will introduce yourself to the class in the initial post, and then you will reply to 2 class members. This initial discussion board does not require that you have sources cited, though the rest of them do. So just be aware of that. Step-by-step instructions are available there if this is your first course with a discussion board. Let me know if you're having any issues, of course. I'm excited to already read so many interesting posts. We have the most amazing students in this class with great experiences, so keep checking back and keep the discussion going. I know sometimes students will not enjoy the discussion board, and I'll be honest, in both my master's and my doctorate, I had discussion boards, and I tend to be super social, so I wanted to engage and interact, and I did probably more than, for sure more than was required, but maybe more than was even necessary. But I just really enjoyed having relationships with students in my class. So you're not required to go above and beyond, but if you ask a question and you make a statement, go back and see if maybe they reply to you. And if somebody does, feel free to reply. But I understand, of course, that everyone's busy, so meeting that just minimum requirement is plenty enough to earn the full credit. There is a rubric for all discussion posts, which I use to grade it. So what'll happen is you'll see that you got 10 out of 10. And then you can also click on the rubric and see if I made any comments. Most of the time, if you got 10 out of 10, I probably won't say much at the bottom, but if I take points off, I'll be sure to explain why I did that. You will complete readings this week and a graphic organizer. We're going to synthesize your understanding of the content. And there's a lot to read this week. There's also a PowerPoint lecture. So don't wait until the weekend to do all of that. It's really good stuff. And I think that you'll really enjoy the text for this class. I think it's going to actually help you kind of see the leaders around you and what your role as an instructional leader would be, depending on what type of leadership you tend to pursue. You will post by Wednesday or Thursday for the reflection. So you will do the readings, you will do the graphic organizer, and then there is a post where you're going to reflect on the experience that you did filling out this graphic organizer, where you're really analyzing your leadership and your understanding of instructional leadership. You will post, you will reply. Please make sure you're citing sources, and then you'll reply to 2 of your classmates. I will use the rubric to grade the post, and I'm going to challenge you to do high quality work. Finally, you're going to be asked to be thinking about the action plan, which is the major assignment for this course. The rubric for the project is in your syllabus. It's great to always look at those up front and understand what the requirements are going to be. So in this module, you will complete the initial sketch. Please let me know if you require more time for this assignment. It requires you to go to your school administrator and talk about what are the things that your school is going to need to do, and how could you put together an action plan to make those changes. Return to Learn is huge in Iowa. It's huge everywhere. It's even huge here in the German schools. And so you need to tie what you're doing to what really makes sense for your school. There are very clear directions. Please do not take a plan that is already there and just modify it. It really won't help you in terms of you growing as an instructional leader. So really give it some thought. And then again, if you are having trouble getting in touch with those people that you need to fill out, it's pretty short, just a little overview, then let me know. So if you let me know that you need a couple days after the holiday because the people you need to talk to took some time off, you will not have the penalty of 10% per day for that late work. However, if you don't let me know and you just turn it in late and say, I'm sorry, I couldn't get a hold of Dr. Smith or whomever, then I will be required to take the 10%. So communication with me is key. I'm very fair. I know what it's like to be a working professional and a student. And so I'm on your team, but we need to be professional. I would just ask that you always use your Northwestern email and please check it because I do send back and forth communication. I do love to be helpful. And so if I see that you're struggling or need help, I'm going to reach out to you that way. I'm here to support your educational goals, so please do not hesitate to ask me if you have a question or a concern. Each week I will share with you a Bible verse and let you know that I am committed to praying for you by name every single day. If you have a specific prayer request and you would like to send me an email about it, I can promise you that I will pray for it. We also have a discussion board question, chit chat place if you want to put a prayer request up there or a comment or question, anything that you would like to do. That's just open for us as a class. So this week, I want you to think about Psalm 78, verse 72. So he shepherded them according to the integrity of his heart and guided them with his skillful hands. David was a leader and he did excellent work and he always had his people in mind. He earned respect from those that he was called to lead. It takes both to lead well. Do you lead and follow with integrity? And do you work with skill and look to improve your skill? Well, I believe you do because you're in this class. And we need to have leaders who are instructional leaders in our school. And whether or not you are going to pursue an athletic director position or a special education coordinator position, an assistant principal, a principal, there's so many options, of course, in what you might choose to do with your leadership certification. However, I'm going to pray for you that you not only are developing a skill of hand in terms of instructional leadership, but you're also going to lead others as you live your life with integrity of heart. So have a fabulous week and good luck with all of your work.